Turning now to Best Buy, which is what I want to do, where one word can sum up the quarter. Bad. Very bad. Stock down more than 12%. Listen, the reality here, folks, is time running out for BBY, right? Let's bring in Stacy Widlitz, president of SW Retail Advisors, CNBC contributor. To our previous point, do CEOs matter?
In this case, I don't think so. So, Hubert,
but in general?
In general, they absolutely matter. But as you just said, a broken business model is a broken business model.
Thank you.
And, you know, whether it's Ron Johnson or Hubert Joly, sometimes you can't fix what's truly broken.
So Best Buy is a broken business model? There's no going back? This is going to get worse, but not better?
I think for the foreseeable future, this gets worse. If we think about it, the business, the gross margins right now are a race to the bottom. People are buying small screen TVs. They're not buying attachments, so there's no margin here. And what's the solution here? They're going to price match. What does that mean? That means gross margins get even worse. So where does it stop? It's basically all the retailers are in a race to a profitability bottom of the pond here.
And we're going to see that in the fourth quarter, because the fourth quarter is going to prove whether the margins really, how much they take a hit, whether volume replaces the margin. But in the end, here, let me ask you this, though. Because there are those who believe Schultz will do a deal. The former CEO of the founder will do a deal. Deal could be done north of this price. Once it's a private company, they can do all sorts of things, and the company potentially could survive in a different way. And again, we won't care because it won't be a public company.
And this gives Schultz a stronger hand, right? He can give a sort of a take it or leave it.
He doesn't have to worry as much about quarter to quarter, and he can do this stuff under the radar.
If you've got the capital to continue.
Well, if he gets the deal done.
That's your point.
Right.
You can only race to the bottom so long.
Right. And also, you have to think about it. There has to be a solution here. So what's the solution here with the consumer electronics? It's a product that doesn't have margins. So
but isn't there a market? Look, I once raised the issue that maybe Amazon could come along and buy Best Buy, use it for warehousing, use it for all sorts of things. Isn't there still a market for having hands-on and buying it at that moment, in electronics especially?
There is, but it's a lot smaller market than what we have in terms of a footprint out there. So I think the footprint needs to be a lot smaller. And also, in all fairness, there's been a lot of execution issues with Best Buy, especially online.
Oh, sorry about that, Mandy. Go ahead, ladies first.
Oh, just real quick, when you say the footprint needs to be smaller, first of all, do you think they're going to exit their international operations? I mean, there's been a big drag on this company for some time now. Are they going to start shrinking down?
International's been a mess. So China's negative, Canada's negative. You know, Europe is limping along. The margins were down almost 300 basis points. Yes, they need to exit.
Do you think they're going to? The Best Buy near my house, right, is usually pretty crowded. I went in there recently, and it looked like they were transitioning to some kind of a move. Mm-hmm. Half the inventory was gone. It was a lot of open space, and I was surprised. I tried to get somebody to give me an answer. They didn't know. But do you think they're going to make the move and suddenly say all of our stores are? Can they do that? Are they locked into leases? What's the situation?
They can't. The problem is, you know, as they updated us on the analyst day, 71% of stores have 6 years left on their lease.
71% of 6 years. So even if they wanted to downsize.
Hello, Jim Cramer.
We got trouble.
First of all, let Stacey finish. She's absolutely right on what she's talking about. I have a problem with this guy over here for this other issue.
Okay.
Which is what? Green Mountain?
Best Buy is different. Yeah. Best Buy is maybe not fixable. But when you compare Best Buy to Green Mountain, and you say, first of all, there's an SEC investigation, well, you know what you do? You bring in a guy from Coca-Cola whose whistle clean, says, listen, those were the old guys. I want to make a settlement. Second, what's some guy doing from Coca-Cola going in? Do you think he has to go into a terminal situation?
You know what? He makes $11 million right off the bat. If you want to look at all this thing. But you know what? You would do that, too. So he's got less to lose than anyone else in this deal. So that's an important thing.
Therefore, he gives up his whole reputation. He just cashes in for the money because, like, you know what?
We've seen this over and over. And here's the question. Here's what you need to ask. All right, throw away the rest
over and over. Best Buy is very different.
No, here's what you need to ask in the Green Mountain situation. Is the business model seen its best days, and is it now sort of a muddler?
No, you need to think, does this guy have some ideas? If I came into Best Buy, I don't know what I would do. I don't know what I would do because Amazon wants to kill me. But Green Mountain's got a brand. Keurig is a brand.
And they've got increased competition, increased promotions, increased margin, potential margin pressure.
Coca-Cola's had competition forever. Maybe he's got ideas. Why do you think it's the same? And then Ron Johnson. Ron Johnson blew up the company, for heaven's sake. He rolled the dice.
Oh, by the way.
He rolled the dice.
To quote our friend Herb here, by the way, Moody's downgraded JCP deeper into junk status a few moments ago.
Did they?
To B3 from BA3.
I saw the preferred creep.
Okay, but listen, let's take the other side of Best Buy, not because they're my stocks draft pick, but we'll throw that out there.
That was you.
It's okay, Brian. I have Facebook.
Yeah, you're doomed anyway.
Yeah.
TVs aren't going away. right? They're slowing perhaps. Smartphones, they sell a lot of them. Okay, I understand that they've got a lot of the physical space issues, but let's just find the bull case if we can, which is Circuit City's gone. Remember Twitter? Not Twitter. Twitter. They're gone. Really, Walmart and Amazon are their only competition, which are big competitors.
Greg in the South.
But Indianapolis-based H.H. Gregg.
How about we?
Can there be Fry's out west? Can there be 3 major? Why not? Why can't they find a spot to work?
I think you probably have it. How many stores do they have that they actually do well? And this is what I always ask Eddie Lampert about. Hey, listen, you got to have some Searses and Kmart's that do well.
Right.
Why don't you keep those and close the others?
Right. They've announced 50 closings. It's not enough. We have too much capacity in the market, and that's the answer here. You need to shrink not only the size of the store, but the amount of stores.
But you just said they can't 71% of a 6-year plus.
But you can start the process.
Yes.
They can start rolling them off.
But again, as a private entity, they can do it much better.
True, but who wants to lend them money?
Right. That's the issue. You look at it. You remember Circuit City, Blockbuster.
Think of all the deals where people lent people money, and look at Hostess. Look at that situation where private equity went in.
You can't compare Hostess to Best Buy. Best Buy has I can't get angry like this. It's near the holidays.
I will compare to anything I want to compare.
3 words, my friend. No,
I will.
3 words.
Hubris.
Free cash flow.
Oh, hey, remember
Best Buy has it.
Best Buy's free cash flow is going through the floor.
Yeah, that's true. Those were horrible free cash
kicking off.
Right.
They were horrendous.
Bottom line.
It's interesting. In the consumer electronics space, we always hear the story, oh, but look at their free cash flow, whether it's Radio Shack, throw in JCPenney. It's a free cash flow story until it's not. And we saw that with Circuit City. We saw it with Blockbuster. And that's always the theme here until it's not.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly right. And as far as good,
it's always guilty
how about if you
innocent?
Well, you just felt better if you said, you know what, the guy's from Coca-Cola, he's probably a legitimate guy. Maybe we give him a couple quarters.
Listen,
why would you not do that? Why would you not do that?
You're the guy who often says you wouldn't invest in a company with the CEO in his first year on the job.
Well, no, unless the last guy was an idiot. But I'm just saying that, I saw the guy and I said, Coca-Cola. Wow, maybe Green Mountain's not as bad as I thought. They would never get a guy from Coke. Now, you say for $11 million, it's like the French Foreign Legion for you. Everybody, it's a Beau Geste for you. I think
he wasn't going to get the top job at Coke right away.
Mr. Kramer, thank you for stepping in.